Hey, my dear children. Today we can do some more numericals relating capacitors. The question is, four capacitors are connected as shown. Calculate the equivalent capacitance between X and Y. And here three capacitors are connected like this: C1, C2, C3 and C4. Values are also given: 2 microfarad, 3 microfarad, 5 microfarad and 10 microfarad. And we have to find out the equivalent capacitance between X and Y. Okay, so indoor connections are also here in the figure. So, can you say what are the capacitors which are connected in series and what are connected in parallel, whether these capacitors are in series or parallel? So, since interconnections are there, we have to think carefully. Now, this can be rearranged in another manner. Now, if you consider the point A, at the point A, the one plate of capacitor C1 is connected. Same at the point A. Okay, A is connected like this, no? Here, A is connected to one plate of C3 and one plate of C2. And if you consider the point B, B is connected to one plate of C3, one plate of C2 and also one plate of C1. So, at the point A, how many capacitors are connected? C1, then C2, then C3. Then at the point B, how many capacitors are connected? C3, C1 and C2. So, at the point A, across the point A and B, the three capacitors are connected. So, we can redraw the figure like this. So, at the point, this is the point A. Point A is connected to, the point A is connected to which capacitor? It is connected to C1. Right. Then the point A is also connected to, so this is C1. The point A is also connected to which one? C2. It is connected to C2 and it is also connected to C3. It is connected to C1, C2 and the point A is also connected to C3. C1, C2 and C3. Okay children, then if you consider point B, let this is the point B. This is the point B. The point B is connected to C3. The point B is connected to C1 and the point B is connected to C2. So, B is connected to, what are the capacitors? B is connected to C1. It is connected to C2 and it is also connected to which one? C3. Right. So, the point B is connected to C1, C2 and C3 and the point A is also connected to the remaining plates of C1, C2 and C3. And from the point B which is connected, capacitor C4 is connected. The point B is connected to C4 and the other plate of C4 is connected to the external point Y and here A is connected to X. So, this given circuit diagram can be redrawn like this. Okay, so here from this we have to think carefully and redraw the figure. So, A is connected to all the capacitors C1, C2 and C3 and B is also connected to the other plates of C1, C2, C3 and from the figure it is clearly understood that C1, C2 and C3 are connected in parallel and C4 is connected in series. So, direct. Now, we can do. So, C1, C2 and C3 are connected in parallel. So, equivalent is Cp equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So, it is equal to substitute. C1 is 2 microfarad, C2 is 3 microfarad and C3 is 5 microfarad. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 5, 10. So, 10 microfarad. And this one and C4 are connected in these three, the equivalent capacitors of C1, C2 and C3, that is called Cp and that Cp and C4 are connected in series, right. So, Cp and C4 in series. Therefore, 1 by equivalent capacitance is 1 by C equals 1 by Cp plus 1 divided by C4 is equal to 1 by 10 plus C4 is also 10. is equal to 2 by 10. 1 by C is equal to 2 by 10. Therefore, final capacitance is given by 10 by 2 equals 5 microfarad. Okay, so this is the final answer. Clear? Now, next question. Sketch a graph to show how the capacitance C of a capacitor varies with charge Q given to it. So, we have to draw a graph showing the variation of capacitance with charge. Okay, so what is the relation between capacitance and the charge? We have the relation C equals Q by V. But does the capacitance depends on charge? Capacitance depends on what of factors? It depends on the geometric configuration, right? Does not, it depends on charge or potential difference, because as charge increases, what happens to potential difference? Increases. So capacitance remains constant. So capacitance, so we can say, since capacitance depends only on which one? Geometric configuration. That means area, separation, medium, etc. Only on geometric configuration, capacitance is independent of charge. That is the answer. Or otherwise, we can say, as charge increases, what happens to capacity? What happens to potential difference? Increases, because Q is directly proportional to V. No, as charge increases, potential difference increases. Therefore, capacitance remains constant. So this is the graph. The graph is plotted with charge along the x-axis and capacitance along the y-axis. Does the capacity depends on charge? No. So the graph is a straight line. Okay. Now next question. Two parallel plate capacitors X and Y have same area of plates and same separation between them. X has air between the plates while Y has dielectric medium of K equals to 4. Circuit is given. Calculate the capacitance of each capacitor if the equivalent capacitance of the combination is 4 microfarad. Calculate the potential difference between the plates of X and Y. Find the ratio of energy stored in X and Y. That is the question. This is a board question. Two parallel plate capacitors X and Y having the same area and same separation. Okay, so X and Y are the two capacitors having the same area and separation. And but between the two plates of X, what is filled? Air is filled. Here in Y, between the two plates, what is filled? A dielectric medium of dielectric constant K equal to 4 is filled. Okay, now we have to find out the capacitance. So capacitance is given by A epsilon 0 divided by T, isn't it? Now, capacity here from the circuit itself, it shows that X and Y are connected in series. So what is the equivalent capacitance? Since X and Y are in series, we can write 1 by Cs equal to 1 by X plus 1 divided by 1. Now here each equivalent capacitance is given as 4 microfarad, but individual capacitance are not given. Okay. So here let X, the first capacitance, if it is if X equals, we can say if X equal to first capacitance is equal to C. What will be the second capacitance? Second capacitance will be, if a dielectric material is placed, what happens to capacitance? Capacitance increases by that terms, no? So we have C equal to A epsilon 0 by D with air. With the medium, what is the capacitance? A epsilon 0 K by D, no? So capacitance increases by how much term? K term. Okay, K times it increases. So if first capacitance X is equal to Z, what is the capacitance of Y? It will be how much? It will be 4C. Any doubt? Because first capacitance X is with air. So let the capacitance be C. Y is with the dielectric constant. What is the value of dielectric constant? 4. It is 4, no? So how much it increases? Capacity increases by 4 times. So Y can be written as 4C. Direct is equal to 1 by C plus 1 divided by 4C. LCM 1 by CS is equal to, what is the LCM? 4C is the LCM. Here it becomes 4 plus 1. So equal to 5 divided by 4. See, but what is the equivalent capacitance given? Equivalent capacity is equal to 4 microfarad. Here it is 4 microfarad. So 4 microfarad. So CS is equal to 1 by CS is equal to 5 by 4C. So what is CS? 4C divided by 5. Or 4C is equal to 5 into CS. What is CS? 4 microfarad. So what is the value of C? 20 divided by 4, that is equal to 5 microfarad. So X is, we have taken X is equal to C, no? So X is equal to 5 microfarad, and what is the value of Y? Y equal to 4C, that is equal to 20 microfarad. So the capacitance of X is equal to 5 microfarad and the capacitance of Y equal to 4C, that is equal to 20 microfarad. So that is the answer of the first type, first question. Clear? Now the second one, calculate the potential difference between the plates of X and Y. Potential difference between the plates of X and Y. We have the potential difference. We have to find out the ratio of the potential difference between X and Y, or potential difference between X and the potential difference between Y. Okay, so in order to find out the potential difference, is the potentials across X and Y are equal? Potential difference across X and potential difference across Y, are they equal? No, because capacitance are different. No, here it is 5 microfarad and here Y equal to 20 microfarad. Okay, what remains same here, since they are connected in series, charge remains same. For the capacitor X and for the capacitor Y, charge remains same. So we can find out the charge through X and Y. Same charge is flowing, and the charge through X and Y can be written as, we have charge equal to Q equal to CV. No, Q represents a total charge. Okay, C represents a total capacitance, B represents a total voltage. So in order to find out the total charge, Q equal total capacitance into total voltage equals, what is the total capacitance? 4 microfarad. So 4 into 10 raised to minus 6. What is the total voltage? Total voltage here in the question it is given as 12. So 12 into 4, 48 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. That is the total charge. So total charge flowing through X and the charge flowing through Y, that is equal to 48 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. Now, what is the potential difference across X? Potential difference across X. Potential difference across X is, again the formula remains same. C is equal to Q by V, or V equal to Q by C. V equals Q divided by C. Potential difference across X means its charge divided by its capacitance. What is its charge? What is the charge flowing through X? That is 48 into 10 raised to minus 6. Divided by what is its capacitance? What is the capacitance of X? That is 5 into micro, 10 raised to minus 6. 48 divided by 5 is 9.6. Okay, so potential difference across X is equal to its charge divided by its capacitance. Its charge means the total charge, 48 into 10 raised to minus 6, divided by its capacitance is 5 microfarad. Similarly, what is the potential difference across Y? Potential difference across Y is V equals, again formula remains V equal to Q by C. Again, potential difference across Y means its charge divided by its capacitance. Its charge means 48 into 10 raised to minus 6. What is its capacitance? Capacitance of Y, 20 into 10 raised to minus 6. So that is equal to 2.4 volt. Okay, so potential difference across X is 9.6 and potential difference is across Y is 2.5. In order to check whether it is correct or not, just add it. 9.6 plus 2.4. 9.6 plus 2.4 is 12. No? So answer is correct. Okay. Now the last one, find the ratio of energy stored in X and Y. Energy stored in X. We have the energy stored in a capacitor is given by, there are three formula, half CV square. Q square divided by 2C, then half QV. can use any formula. So since charge remains constant, we can use the formula Q square by 2C. Okay, any formula you can apply. So energy represented by U, energy stored in X divided by energy stored in capacitor Y. You have to find out the ratio, no? So Ux equal to Q square divided by 2C. So Q square divided by 2 into capacitance of X divided by Q square divided by 2 into capacitance of Y. So in both the case, charge remains same. Charge flowing through X and charge flowing through Y are same. Q remains same. Okay, same charge is flowing through X and Y. So charge remains same. Either you can substitute or directly we can cancel because Q remains same. No? So Q square and Q square get cancelled. So 2 and 2 get cancelled is equal to capacitance of Y divided by capacitance of X. What is the capacitance of Y? Already we have got it as 20 microfarad. So capacitance of Y is 20 microfarad divided by capacitance of X is, what is the value of X? 5 microfarad. Simplifying 4 is to 1. Since it is a ratio, energy stored in X divided by energy stored in Y is given by the ratio 4 is to 1. Okay, children, so this is a very important question because in 2 or 3 years it was frequently asked, and hence practice it 2 or 3 times. Okay, children, thank you.